Good evening, friends. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to partner with Hosanna House in one of its 5 signature events in the year 2010.
After intercepting the transmission from Executive Director Leon Haynes, I was impressed, even inspired, by the mission of Hosanna House. I'm what you call a mission specialist. It's what I do. I was assigned to this mission to determine its feasibility. I quickly recognized that if this organization was going to accomplish what it set out to, then 3 key factors would have to be in place: commitment, cooperation, and financial support. I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't the third one start with a C? You could have called it the 3 C's or the Circle of 3. Well, I couldn't come up with a C word for money, except for cash, which is so undramatic. I call it the 2 C's and an F. Not quite as catchy as the 3 C's, but it'll have to do. Anyway, my assignment was to infiltrate the 5 major events for Hosanna House this year and gather as much data as necessary to determine just whether or not this mission is possible. On April 30th, 2010, the first of the 5 events took place. The Emerging Leadership Forum brought together a diverse group of up-and-coming leaders from the community. After a series of insightful talks addressing what it means to be a leader in today's society, breakout sessions were held to provide all participants the chance to share in the discussion. All in all, what would appear to be a successful event. But I don't go by appearances. In disguise, I first began to determine the 2 C's and F factor. As I noticed the number of people attending, I began to identify a healthy level of commitment, C1. Next, I took a more forward approach. People appeared to be engaged with the keynote speaker, but I repeat, I'm not moved by appearances. So I went in to talk with some individuals.
And privileged to have a chance to speak at this exciting event, which is celebrating the 20th anniversary year. Hosanna House has developed tremendously. It has such a range of programs for children and youth, and touching really all aspects of the community. And it has leadership in Leon Haynes that has ripple effects all across Pennsylvania.
I will say that from my perspective, what I've taken away from today is the absolute need for leadership in the future and the traits that are required to really be a good leader.
According to Executive Director Leon Haynes, this was a great day. We need to have more conversations like this in urban neighborhoods. He said his plan is to make the forum an annual event. But would this ultimately amount to partnering through financial support? That remains to be seen. I'm here at the Summer Nights event, event number 3, still determining whether or not this mission is possible. I'll be working undercover tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. We'll be interviewing some people. I'll be looking around, trying to get the feel for the place, for the event itself. Take a walk with me. We're going to see if we can find the commitment, the cooperation, and yes, even evidence of financial support. The 2 C's and an F. This event checks out. The food, the entertainment, the silent auction, lots of cooperation and commitment. And the attendance. Just look at this parking lot. Not an available spot in the whole place. I found what I'm looking for here. We'll see at the next event. The charity golf outing is an event that typically brings together a committed group of men and women to enjoy a day on the green in support of Hosanna House. But I don't go by typical. I had to infiltrate this seemingly tranquil gathering to see for myself what kind of support was lurking underneath the surface. Yeah. Yeah, it's me. Which hole? All right. I'll be there. Yeah? I'm here. What? Elsie who? No. Great. I'm on it. If former Pittsburgh Steeler Elsie Greenwood was here, I had to find him. His presence at this event would go a long way to proving its success. I needed to ask around. I finally caught him on the back nine working on a par 4. He looks much taller in person. Still, Elsie Greenwood is only one important participant. I thought I'd talk to some others.
This Shady Side golf outing started small 11 years ago. It's grown from just a couple dozen people to something that's, again, vital and hopefully helping out quite a bit and also getting the word out about Hosanna House.
Looks like another event checks out. A lot of participation, cooperation. Everyone seems to be involved. So far, so good. A successful event.
We'll see you at the next one. The next event was a relatively new one for Hosanna House. With only one previous occurrence, I knew that Babettes Feast would be a true test of the commitment, cooperation, and financial support factor. Would this be another successful attempt at making this mission possible? Hosanna House hosted this dinner for clients in their new Foundations program to lavish them with a 4-star quality dining experience, showing them they do belong and are valued members of the community. I tried to find this mysterious Babette for questioning, but as I searched diligently for such an elusive character through this contented crowd with my highly trained eyes, no one really stood out. That interview would have to wait. Still, many great memories were captured on film, and as I looked around this final event for Hosanna House in 2010, I was finally convinced that this mission is possible. On behalf of Hosanna House, Executive Director Leon Haynes, and all those who participated in this past year's events, thank you for taking the time to determine with me that such a mission is possible. Now, my part is completed. It's up to you. Will you partner with Hosanna House to make 2011 another year of possibilities? Having declared the mission possible, I became curious. It almost seemed too easy. What's in an organization that makes it so successful? So I dug deeper into files, pictures of an abandoned building, workdays, people, volunteering efforts, and then it all began to make sense. Commitment, cooperation, and even financial support from the beginning all went into what made this place a place called hope. Hosanna House.